Did you know doing the Nordic hamstring exercise is you can actually do it wrong? You can actually hurt yourself. I'm going to go over some correct ways to do it today so you can properly rehab your hamstring injury, hamstring strain, by using something like the Nordic hamstring exercise. Now beware, it's an extremely hard exercise. You have to be in the right place in your rehab for it. Here we go.
Now this is a video on our Nordic hamstring exercise, which is one which is highly publicized for hamstring strains. Now I want you to keep in mind, I actually did a podcast recently with Brennan Gassamia. I think it's going to be session number 72 on the Performance Play Sports Gear podcast. I'll put a link below. This is an extremely advanced exercise, and it is something that I typically, you're going to notice when I do it, that I lost my ability to hold it even up here, okay? A lot of times I'll put a bench like this one over here in front of people because they don't have the capacity to do it. And there's so much workload on the hamstring, especially in an eccentric or lengthening fashion, that it just could tear you up, okay? Here's how we set up for it though when you're prepped and ready for it. So we have someone hold the knees, obviously something very squishy on the knee or on the knees. They're going to hold the ankles and you have to trust them, because if they drop you, or if this person doesn't trust them, then you're not going to do it right. Notice that we have, the only movement really comes from the knees, the hands catch, and now we have our solid pillar, and we're not losing this position right here. So as I go down, I'm straight as a board. I don't lose posture. I don't bend forward. I don't extend back. And down here, I'm in the same exact posture, although I see some round there in the low back right there. Okay? To get up, I always tell people, I don't care how you get up, just as long as you have good posture. There shouldn't be rounding right here. There shouldn't be extending. They can do a push-up and come back up if they want to. They can crawl back up like this. It does not matter, because with this exercise, with the Nordic hamstring exercise, we're looking for this slow control of a lengthening contraction. Now right here, I'm going to show you that my form was not good right there. So you're going to see that I start to round when I'm coming up. Now, the reason why this is significant is because if you listen to the other podcasts, then you're going to notice that sometimes hamstring quote-unquote injuries are actually disc injuries. They're actually spinal injuries, non-traumatic spinal injuries, which create tightness into here. So this, in theory, if I did this, this could flare up the hamstring and set you off, and it would not be an eventful exercise, although we'd be looking at the wrong diagnosis as well, which I see is very, very common. So I typically recommend people do this, that people do this no more than 6 to 8 times, okay? I like a descending pyramid, 8 times, 6 times, 4 times, something like that. It is I can't stress this enough, it is an extremely high tension, eccentric exercise. Start slower than you think, do it less than you think, and start to build a volume. I usually don't recommend people do it more than 2 to 3 times a week. And it is very, very low volume. Now, with that being said, this right here, sorry for the thing at the bottom, this is poor movement. And you're going to see it throughout a lot of people that do this, okay? They don't have strength in the hamstring. They don't have ability to keep their torso stacked, so they're going to bend forward first, dropping the hips back, which is an absolute no-no. Absolute no-no. There's another poor one right there. That one's a better one. That one's a better one. And you notice this is another way of getting back up. So I'm going to do push-up on the way up. Okay? Any of those are completely okay to get up. But again, keep this stacked. I can't stress that enough. If you have questions on why, I do have a correlated article, which I will put at the bottom. It's called the new core. This region here, Core Performance started calling it the pillar, which I like. The pillar system. We're working the ball socket right here. We're working the ball sockets, not in this one, but in different exercises. This whole thing remains intact and solid as a rock. Okay? If you like this video, give me a great thumbs up. Share this video and watch the correlated video that I suggested just for you because you want to see this one.